This project is about sentimental or emotional analysis, and the team members are Charita, Bharat, Abdul Sharuk. In this project, we are going to discuss about what is sentiment analysis, what are the types in sentiment analysis, and the methods or approaches used for sentiment analysis, challenges faced during sentiment analysis, application of sentiment analysis in the real world. Starting with what is sentiment analysis? Sentiment analysis is a process used to determine whether data is positive, negative, or neutral. Sentiment analysis combines machine learning, natural language processing, and statistics. It is mostly used to predict the people's emotions about a situation or a topic of conversation. Sentiment analysis is also known as opinion mining. Moving on to types of sentiment analysis. Here are some of the most popular types of sentiment analysis. Fine-grained sentiment analysis. This is the first category and also known as graded sentiment analysis. It mainly focuses on figuring out where the feedback sits on the polarity of 1 to 5 range, used to interpret 5-star ratings in a review. Example, if 5 stars are rated by a customer, it is a very positive scenario. If it is 1 star, very negative. Emotion detection. Emotion detection sentiment analysis allows you emotions like happiness, frustration, anger, and sadness, confusion, etc. Many emotion detection systems use lexicon, that is, list of words and the emotions they convey. Aspect-based sentiment analysis. Aspect-based sentiment analysis is of the second category. It is also called as ABSA. It classifies data by aspects and detects the sentiment that is attached to one. Usually, when analyzing sentiments of text, you want to know which particular aspects or features people are mentioning in a positive, neutral, or negative way. That's where aspect-based sentiment analysis can help. For example, in this product review, the product quality is extremely annoying. An aspect-based classifier would be able to determine that the sentence expresses a negative opinion about the battery life of the product. Multilingual sentiment analysis. This is the third category of sentimental analysis. It involves analysis of analyzing sentiment in many languages. Multilingual sentiment analysis can be difficult. It involves a lot of pre-processing and resources. Getting into the part of how sentiment analysis actually works. Sentiment analysis works by automatically analyzing the customer's feelings behind the online chats and feedback using natural language processing and machine learning algorithms. One of the three following buckets contains the sentimental analysis algorithms. So there are three approaches, namely rule-based approach, machine learning approach, hybrid approach. So in rule-based approach, it is a useful method for analyzing text without training or employing machine learning methods. This method produces a set of guidelines according to which the material is classified as positive, negative, or neutral. In machine learning analysis, the automatic approach uses machine learning approaches which rely on manually created rules as opposed to rule-based system. And the last one is hybrid approach in which components from both the rule-based and automatic approaches are combined. This method has a significant benefit over rule-based and automated procedure in that the outcomes are frequently more exact and accurate as it combines the pros of two approaches the rule-based approach and machine learning approach.
We'll be going through first the subjectivity and the tone. So here in the subjectivity and tone, text can be divided into two categories, in the subjective and objective. So these two categories are the subjective and objective, where the objective is the one which do not express the explicit sentiments. Subjective texts do. So you might examine the tone of the following two texts. For example, the phone is nice and the phone is black. First, attitudes are favorable, and for the second, attitudes are indifferent. So here, the sentiment creating abilities of each text predicate should be given equal consideration. So nice is more arbitrary than black in this instance. So the second challenge which we face here is the context and polarity. So here it becomes challenging to analyze sentiment without context, since algorithms cannot learn about context if they are not expressly trained. So changes in polarity are the context's most significant drawback. So for example, we can take a look for the replies to the survey below. So everything of it and absolutely nothing. So these are the two possibilities for a survey. So if you consider the tiniest part of the context in the input file, so you will need many pre-processing and post-processing methods. So next is the irony and sarcasm. So when it comes to sarcasm, people tend to express their negative sentiments using affirmative words, which makes difficult for the machine to detect and understand the context of the situation and genuine emotions. For example, if we consider the question did you enjoy your trip with us? So there are two possibilities for replying this, that is yeah, sure, so enjoyable, and the second is not one but many. The next is comparisons. This is one of the most important things. So it is a quite challenge to tackle the comparisons, while analyzing the sentiment of the text. Like for example, we can take here the three examples. Like this product is better than others, and the new shop is far from the old one. I like blue more than orange. So the first response specifies that it is positive. But what about the second and the third responses? As mentioned above, context can make difference in the sentiments of the sentence. So in the second response, if the old one is considered useless, it becomes a lot easier to classify it. So the another challenge which we will face here is the emojis. So basically there are two types of emojis, that is Western emojis containing only one or two characters, and Eastern emojis which have more characters of vertical nature. So emojis are the one which are widely used in the sentiment analysis, particularly when working with tweets. So you will need to pay a more attention to the both character level and word level of tweet analysis, and a significant amount of pre-processing may be required for this. Like for example, you must pre-process the tweets and convert the Eastern emojis and Western emojis into the tokens. Further, whitelist them, which will improve your sentiment analysis performance. Another challenge it is the defining neutral. So the most difficult aspect when carrying out proper sentiment analysis is establishing the neutral category. So as it was previously said, we must classify the positive, negative and the neutral sentiment analysis in order to identify your categories. So the most and the difficult part in this scenario is identifying the neutral tag. So a precise characterization of the issue is essential because tagging data demands consistency in order to reliable results. So here are some of the basic examples to define the neutral text. So one is the objective text, and the other is the wishes text. So in the objective text due to the fact that the objective text don't express clear feelings, it can classify we can classify them as neutral. So when it comes to the wishes text, for example, if we take I wish the camera had a more clarity. Like this can be regarded as a neutral message. Like however, it can be challenging to classify the text that make comparisons like I wish the camera were better. So, another thing like which we will face here is the human annotator accuracy. So here what happens is like no matter if it's a human or machine, sentiment analysis is always a challenging task. So like there is a virtually little consensus between annotators like when it comes to sentiment analysis. So sentiment analysis like classifiers are like these are like a bit less accurate than uh, uh, other types of analysis, since machines mimic the people by learning from the data they are fed.
Application of sentiment analysis. So here four applications are there. So one is brand monitoring, and second one enhancing the customer experience, and third one business intelligence buildup, and the last one market research analysis. So we'll go for brand monitoring. Okay, so the brand monitoring, the item that a brand manufacturers does not define it. How you use online marketing, social media campaigns, and uh, content marketing and customer support services to establish your brand will determine how long it takes. And here it is like one of the most significant applications of sentiment analysis is obtaining complete 360-degree view of your customers, see your organization, product or brand. So here and next one, like sentiment analysis is frequently used by business as a potent tool to gauge how their products and campaigns are affecting stakeholders and customers. Uh, by using the brand monitoring, you may gain a plethora of knowledge about your brand's performing in the marketplace. You can use sentimental analysis to categorize all brands mentioned according to their urgency and then send it to them to appropriate team. So we'll go for second one. Yeah, that is business intelligence builder. So yeah, here, so in this application in business, so there are a lot of marketing techniques are there, like we can take a digital marketing. So digital marketing is quite important. Social media frequently posts customer feedback and reactions to products. So from this one, so we can calculating the your client retention rate is much simpler way. You have access to sentiment data about your business and new goods. uh, kind of like you may find from this one, so you may find, yeah, find out how your product does on market and what extra is required to increase your sales by using sentiment analysis. So and you can also examine the responses given by your rivals. Then you can better meet the demands of your customers based on the results of the creator survey. So like after creating survey, so you can get feedback from them. So then you can decide so how to increase your sales, like what kind of products you need to introduce to the market, like in a different or designing such kind of things. So here and you can take a quick action to help your respond current market environment also. And uh, the key to business intelligence is too flexible. Because of this, using sentiment analysis offers you the freedom to manage your firm. So like when you use the like sentiment analysis like technique to improve your sales, like a grow of your sales report, like you can introduce new kind of products to the market, so customers will more attract to those products. So okay, so we'll go for third application, and this is enhancing the customer experience. So after getting the feedback from customers, so like we need to analyze the experience of customers. So yeah, we can take it as like in digital marketing is very significant in business. Social media routinely publishes customer reviews and reactions to products. uh, okay, we can take like a positive, like a positive customer experience increase the likelihood that the consumer will return. And after that, a successful firm understands how crucial it is to pay attention to how they provide in comparison to what they deliver. And yeah, here like brand monitoring provides us with unbiased priceless data on consumer sentiment. However, you can also apply a similar analysis to surveys and communications with the customer support. And we'll go for next. This is market research and analysis. So in this business intelligence employs sentiment analysis to comprehend the arbitrary factors influencing how customers feel about the product, service, or other factors such as the user experience or customer support. Uh, any form of market research and competition analysis will be possible with sentiment analysis. Whether you are looking to break into a new market or gain competitive advantages, it can make a big impact in the market. Sentiment analysis is used in sociology and psychology and political science to analyze trends, opinions, ideological bias, gauge reaction, etc. A lot of these sentiment analysis applications are already up and running in the market. So we'll go for like, yeah, so in future the sentiment analysis like will takes place in increased accuracy when compared to human processing. And it will improvement it will, yeah, it will give the improvement in machine learning accuracy. And it is also like from the ability to interrupt human emotion and predictive analysis, what existing user think. And the last one like it also found that different types of futures and classification algorithms are combined in an efficient way. Yeah, thank you.